Hi everyone and welcome back. In this past year, we've seen a lot of movement in the Indian startup ecosystem with over $30 billion invested and 42 unicorns created in India in this past year. Amidst all of this, in November last month, we got India's first Proptech unicorn, a company by the name of NoBroker. So today we're going to talk about what a unicorn is, what this company NoBroker does and how it became a unicorn in the first place, and finally have a look at the general PropTech landscape of India right now. So firstly, what is a unicorn? A unicorn is a startup or a privately held company with a valuation of more than $1 billion, which would be about 7,500 crores at today's rates. As I said before, this has kind of been the year of unicorns in India, with 40 companies getting that tag in 2021. Considering that there have been only 82 unicorns in India till date, this is pretty unprecedented. So let's talk about this company NoBroker. NoBroker, which is a property aggregator and services firm, actually became a unicorn with its most recent round of fundraising, which was $210 million in Series E funding. With the current fundraise included, they have raised about $360 million till date, which is over 2,000 crore rupees. NoBroker was founded in 2014 with the goal being to connect buyers to sellers and landlords to tenants without, as the name suggests, any involvement of real estate brokers or agents. It's no surprise to hear that one of the co-founders actually got the inspiration for NoBroker after having a tough time looking at properties in Mumbai himself. The main difference between NoBroker and other platforms like 99 Acres and Magic Bricks is that while the others decided to incorporate a large part of the real estate ecosystem, which was brokers, NoBroker decided to bypass them entirely. To give you an example of this, while on the other portals, real estate brokers can actually register themselves, make listings, and actually bring the supply in terms of apartments for sale or rent, NoBroker actually uses technology and algorithms to weed out the brokers that end up registering as consumers on their platform. According to data from Venture Intelligence, NoBroker currently has over 5 lakh live listings on their site. In terms of revenue, they actually showed 4x revenue growth with 79.4 crores of revenue in FY20. However, while their revenue did increase almost 4 times over year on year, their losses actually doubled in the same time span. Now, this can be expected from startups that are scaling and raising funds where growth is prioritized over immediate profitability. While they did start out as a simple portal, over time they have diversified and have kind of morphed into a broader service-based player. This is to be expected, as since their business model involves bypassing brokers, additional services that brokers provide, such as drafting rental agreements, also started to be taken up by them. This led to them expanding into other services that brokers usually help out with after closing the deal, such as packing and moving, painting, cleaning, and so on. Their founder claims that this part of their business is actually growing 5 times year on year, and the services-based businesses have actually become almost 50% of their revenues over time. They've also started more formal service-based verticals such as NoBroker Hood, which is a society management platform that they claim has now been deployed at about 10,000 societies. Now, this sort of one-stop shop approach is not new, and indeed a lot of the other aggregators on the market are trying to do this kind of thing as well. What actually makes NoBroker different, in my opinion at least, is their willingness to bypass the ecosystem of real estate brokers completely and also the current market conditions. The funds raised by NoBroker right now are going to be used to expand their footprint from the 6 metro markets that they operate in currently to 50 cities in the Tier 2 and Tier 3 bracket. The firm is betting on the fact that these Tier 2 and Tier 3 cities will see a sustained amount of growth over the next decade, both in terms of rental and purchase transactions, given the general growth and uptick in the real estate market in India that we're starting to see right now. Further, the firm is planning to go public in about 3 to 5 years, which would put it on the same track as a lot of the other tech startups in India that have IPO'd this year, for example. The current market conditions and the pandemic world over have actually made consumers a lot more confident in taking large parts of the real estate purchase or rental process online. One of the co-founders of NoBroker states that the number of customers that they're bringing in every month has actually increased significantly since the pandemic, going from about 3.75 lakhs to 5 lakhs. Therefore, the current market conditions are way better set up for a company like NoBroker to grow as compared to 5 or 7 years ago. So can this disruption be a lasting one? On one hand, you have tech-enabled startups like NoBroker, which now has a customer base of 1.6 crore people. However, according to the head of Colliers India, today 50 to 60% of all transactions in Indian real estate are actually done through a broker. Further, when we look at different market segments, we can see how this might not be a disruptor in every single part of the market. For example, 90% of all commercial deals in India are actually advised by IPCs or international property consultants. Further, these applications can be more easily deployed in different parts of the market, such as the primary sale market. For those of you that don't know, the primary sale market is when developers are actually selling new properties to a consumer as compared to the secondary market where you buy a property from its previous owner. As the CEO of Colliers India states in this interview, Indian consumers prefer to be guided by an expert when it comes to primary sales, but are more comfortable doing away with the services of a broker when it comes to a secondary sale market purchase. Alright everyone, I hope that you found this video interesting. The Proptech space in India is really heating up with so much investment coming in from both domestic and foreign private equity investors. This sector actually got over $550 million of funding in the last year itself. Further, domestic firms like Anarock, for example, are actually setting up funds to do more Proptech acquisitions in India. The evolution of these aggregators from simple digital classifieds to one-stop shops or full-stack service providers where they are involved in the search, advisory and transaction process shows how far along Proptech in India has come in the last few years. As always, if you enjoyed the content, please do like the video as that really does help me out, and I hope to see you again soon. Thank you.